Good evening. I'm Mr. Sneed and this is Math 1. Welcome to Meet the Teacher Night. So the first thing I'm going to go over is how you do grading. So 80% of the grading in the class is going to be assessments, and the rest of it will be classwork and participation. Of course, totals up to 100. Hopefully I did my math right. For homework, sometimes homework will be through Delta Math. These assignments are graded by Delta Math. The students will be given new problems until they correctly complete the designated amount of correct problems. It depends on the assignment as to how many problems I give. If the students guess or get 4 problems wrong, they will be required to do an extra problem. If a problem is created by myself or another teacher, they will get a set amount of attempts before it is marked wrong. So those problems have extra attempts where they can make a mistake, and hopefully they ask for help before they mark the last one. I try to encourage them to hold off before you do the last one and get help, even if it means coming in the next day, not having it complete, but getting help on that problem so that they understand it and can get it right. Homework also comes in the form of worksheets. Usually these are given in class, and they will be asked to finish it for homework. It'll be something we started in class, and if they're not done, they have additional time and they can do it for homework and get it turned in the next day. Homework assignments are usually due the next day at the start of class. If the assignment is not completed by then, it is late, and any work done late will receive 75% of the value. If a student completes half the assignment on time but the rest of it is late, they'll receive full credit on the half and only 75% on the half that is late. And there are sometimes exceptions, like I said with the problem before, from where if the student wasn't able to, get the problem right and wanted to come ask questions. I don't mind problems like that, but if they just didn't attempt it, that's a different story. So assessments. Apparently I forgot to hide that, but that's okay. I'll talk about that in a minute. This year in Math 1, we are trying something different. Instead of testing based on a bunch of concepts given in a single chapter, we'll be testing students on individual concepts themselves. We will have assessments more often, and they will have more opportunities to assess for particular skills. So I'll get back to that. The students have 4 opportunities to test on each concept. Earlier in the week, that should say week, they will receive a paper with the concept and the expectations for success. So the rubric you see down here at the bottom is actually tied to the first 2 concepts or skills that they are going to be tested on Friday. And we've been working on them for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And that breaks it down into basic, intermediate, and advanced. So if a student can achieve basic, we consider that to be 75%. Okay, so they can earn a C. If they can show that they can do the intermediate problems, that is equivalent to about an 85%. And if they are able to do all of the previous and the advanced, that is considered 100% and an A. So this here was the top of the rubric, or the practice page that they were given out. They were given this week, and it shows the expectations on here, the rubric that we're following. These are the problems from that page. So, and these are just a snippet of it. So this is what the basic looks like, and the type of question. And so if they are able to do this type of question and do it correctly, they'll earn a 75% or a C. Okay. If they're able to do the intermediate problems that are similar to what you see here, then they will receive an 85, which is a B. And then the advanced problems, so instead of actually giving problems that look like the advanced, we're giving them a thing where they write down how to approach the problems that are advanced, so that when they do get the advanced problems, they are, if they're able to, fill this portion out, they're going to be able to actually do the problems in the advanced section as well. So the assessment looks like this, which you can see again. Here's the expectation at the top. Here's the basic problems. There's only 2. There's the intermediate. So this is what the assessment actually looks like. And then there's a second page that has the advanced problems on it that they can do. And so the first time, let's just say they're able to achieve basic, then maybe their goal next time is to try to be able to do the intermediate when they do their next assessment. The goal is to have assessments every Friday, and so then they are able to work on improving each week. And then after the 4th week of that concept being on the assessment, it goes away and it won't be back until the final exam, where they have a 5th opportunity to improve their score on that particular concept. All right. Materials that they need. A 3-ring binder would be great, since we have worksheets. It would be a great place for them to be able to put their stuff in. They do need, I didn't put it up there, but they do need a notebook, like either a spiral notebook or one that's bound on the edge, so that they can put their notes in it. They will also need a pencil, and then I have colored pencils for them to use it occasionally. But if they've got pens that are, the colors, they could use that to also add extra things to their notes. Calculators, we typically use Desmos for calculators. So a basic scientific one, it could be helpful because they can't use their cell phones in class. Their cell phones are to stay in their backpacks. So they might want a scientific calculator or basic calculator that they may have been using on their cell phone. I'm available for help at lunch, during break, and before school from 6:50 to 7:20. I teach a 0 period, so I am not available after 7:20 because I have class. The last thing is how you can check up on your student. You can email me. You can go have them open up their Google Classroom, so you can check there, and then Parent Portal. Thank you for coming to my Back to Teacher Night for Math 1.